Yeah, LVZ back with another video. This gonna be short, but I want to hear y'all response. Anything. So Abel does a video talking about Shaq underachieved, and my brother Fanon. Shouts out to Fanon. We gotta teach these youngsters so much. It's fucking tiresome. You just can't say anything. Like Fanon said, well, you expected him to win more than four. Well, if he took care of his body and blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let me list some of the guys during my lifetime that played 20 seasons. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Robert Parrish, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Vince Carter. That's fucking it. Take care of his body. Come on. So I seen people put in the comment section, Shaq should have took care of his body. And well, let's take that. Let's use that for an example. Wilt was a workout warrior. Mahari. Wilt was a workout warrior, y'all. Was not greater or better than Kareem. He was trying to say that if Shaq had worked out more and this, that, he would have been. Forget the fact that Shaq missed 6,000 free throws. That's not an exaggeration. Out of almost 12,000 free throws, Shaquille O'Neal made 5,000. That's 7,000 points. He has 28,000 career points. Forget the fact that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a career 70+% free throw shooter, and that's what gave him. Then you talk about taking care of his body. Shaquille, like I said, played 20 years, but you have an arthritic toe. That does not, can we admit that that's not nothing that you can work out? If you have an arthritic toe, does working out make that better somehow? No, I digress. All right, well, let's look at something where you say he underachieved. Shaq was a 3 times final MVP and won 4 rings. Wilt, thank you, TZ said, I was great to say, consider that Wilt, who has accolades nobody will touch and was a dominating physical specimen, only has 2. It's about who you play with. Now let's take that out of shape thing into context. Shaq's first chance to win a ring, he was not out of shape. He was at Orlando. He was a young man. What's good, Shotgun Shogun? Shaq was a young man with Orlando, was he not? So explain to me why a young man with Orlando who was in his prime was getting cooked by Hakeem Olajuwon. Look, it's just like saying Shaquille O'Neal. Let me stop. Let me stay with that. So for his first few years in Orlando, 5 years in Orlando, Shaquille O'Neal definitely overachieved or exceeded anybody's expectations. They thought that he was going to be a dominant force, but shit, he was the dominant force. Even putting Michael Jordan and the Bulls out of the playoffs. The problem was Penny Hardaway, Dennis Scott, Nick Anderson, although they were good players, they were not as great as him playing with Kobe Bryant. Now let's think. He plays with one of the greatest players to play the game, Kobe Bryant. And for the whole time he was on there, except 1 year, Shaquille O'Neal was hands down the best player on that team. That's not underachieving. Then when you trade him away because you saying he getting fat, lazy, and he can't do it no more, he goes to Miami and helps them win a championship. That is not underachieving. Shaquille O'Neal has 4 championships. Isaiah Thomas has 2. They both, now coming out of college, Isaiah Thomas won a national championship. They thought he may win a championship. He wins 2. Shaq, who never wins a national championship, played with the likes of Chris Jackson and Stanley Roberts and did not go as far as Alonzo Mourning and Dikembe did in the NBA, in the NCAA tournament, yet and still wins more rings. That is not underachieving. Exactly, Black Reality. How is Shaquille O'Neal career underachieving? The man got 28,000 points. The man got 28,000 points, 16, 15 some thousand rebounds, and he underachieved. Mahari. This is why I laugh at you guys, not with you guys sometimes. Shaquille O'Neal underachieved? What were you expecting? It was look, nobody was expecting him to be greater than Kareem. Not unless he developed these specific things. If you're going to catch Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you need to, one, have a patented shot. Everybody's not going to have everything. Kareem could not handle like KD. But Kareem could score in more than just the post. Kareem did not have to just back you down and bang on you. Kareem could have you 16 feet away and hit a turnaround jumper. Kareem could face up and hit a pick and pop jumper. Kareem could do a jump hook whenever he was ready. Kareem could do up and unders. Kareem's skill set was higher than Shaquille's skill set, where Shaquille used pure dominance and brute force. One can argue that Shaquille O'Neal overachieved based on his size. Men that size don't last that long in the NBA. There have been many big men, bigger than Shaquille O'Neal, that have not lasted as long as him. You got your George Miras sons, shit, your Jorge Gonzalez, aka El Gigante, Stanley Roberts, who I mentioned before, a Michael Olowokandi, a Yao Ming, a Rick Smits. None of them did what Shaquille O'Neal did, or was as good as him. You're saying he underachieved because you could say that these centers are better than Shaquille O'Neal. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who is the greatest basketball player in NBA history. Hakeem Olajuwon. That is literally the list of centers that are better than Shaquille O'Neal. And Hakeem has 2 rings. Did he underachieve? Hakeem does not have any stats better than Shaq other than blocks and steals. Did he underachieve? No, he did not. We cannot measure rings as a moniker of success. We can't. You can't say him being overweight was how he underachieved, because even when he was overweight for 14 years in a row, Shaquille O'Neal averaged better than 20 and 10. 14 years in a row. After year 15, he averaged 17 and 10, 13 and 9, 17 and 10 again, 15, 12, and that. Bruh. Seriously, dog. Right, Black Reality. But then when you say that he won 1 MVP, Black Reality, you can't say that that's part of the problem. Then in the same breath go, Shaquille O'Neal was robbed by Nash. A lot of people feel like he was robbed by Steve Nash. So a lot of people feel like Shaq should have had 2 MVPs. But I don't see how, based on the numbers, what he did, how many rings he won, who he played with, and how he was clearly the best player with one of the greatest players in the NBA on his team. He was clearly the best player. That's the same way with Magic, with Kareem. Kareem was old as shit, but you knew he was the best player on the team at one point in time. Yeah, exactly, Tease. Remember, the only thing you could do to Shaq was foul him and put him on the line. Shaq, he did. He did. Shaq was. I don't understand anybody that said Shaq underachieved. Like Fanon said, I don't know how many rings you really thought he was going to win. I don't know. He did not have a team good enough to win until he got Penny, Nick Anderson, and Dennis Scott and them. And then they broke them up. They went to the championship one year, Eastern Conference Final the next year, then broke them up. Shaq went to LA because the Magic owner said Shaq wasn't worth all that money. Dennis Scott tells you that story all the time. Shaq went to LA, and my Lakers, who were an okay playoff team with Vlade and all that, became a real playoff team, a real contender. But then, how you gonna say Shaq underachieved if he ain't win rings playing against Duncan and Dave and dominate? He was the only big man, Duncan and Dave, and he was dominating them too. Right. You can't say Shaquille O'Neal underachieved. Can you say you think he could have won more rings? Sure, but you can say that about everybody. I think Kobe could have won more rings if he passed the Shaq, the Detroit series. I just don't think based on shit like if he could have worked out, they would have been. You can't make that assumption. Dwight Howard works out all the time and he ain't got a ring yet. It's about who you play with. It's about who you play with. When Shaquille O'Neal stopped working out, started getting real fat, that nigga was getting old. He had arthritic toes and shit like that. I feel like if Shaq could have took better care of his body, he played 20 years. He got 4 rings in 20 years. I mean, every 5 years, Shaq could hoist the title. If you do the average, every 5 years, Shaq would hoist the title. Like Magic played 11 years, 5 titles. That mean damn near every 2 years, Magic Johnson hoisting the title. Michael Jordan, 14 years, 6 years. Out of that 14, that every 2.5 years, he could hoist the title. But look at who the motherfuckers played with and who they played against. You can never say Shaq underachieved. Shaq played in a serious age with serious centers. Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning, Dikembe Mutombo, Brad Daugherty, Rick Schitz, Hakeem, David. It was my man Mahari Nation, man. He's Sabonis, right? Sabonis used to even give him trouble. That was 10 hours ago. He did a video 10 hours ago. He got 44 views. 5 of them was me trying to figure out how he could say that shit. Right, Yao Ming. Come on, man. You not being honest. Even old school Robert Parrish was still around. Bryant Big Country Reeves used to give Shaq nightmares. Used to give Shaq nightmares. You gotta be honest. Shaq played when it was some fucking centers. And yeah, Shaq made it look easy on them niggas. But that really shows you he didn't. Shaq made it look easy on them niggas for a long time. A lot of times, man. Who remember that motherfucker Spurs series where we got swept because Kobe ain't show up? Yeah, Erica, he kept calling him Erica Dampier, and Dampier finally got him. Think about the shit Shaq had to go up against. Ben and Rashid, Duncan and Dave, Smiths and all three Davises, Sabonis and Wallace. Shaq always had to go up against somebody. Sabonis, Wallace, and Brian Grant. Shaq made them niggas look like bowling pins. Devos and Weber. Yeah. Yeah, Gemini, Vlade, and Weber. Y'all better stop faking. Nah, stop faking. Stop saying anything. That's what a lot of niggas is doing, saying anything. Hey, this is Mari Nation. All right, Shaquille O'Neal, he's underachiever. He didn't do the right thing. What else did you expect? I said Pat Ewing, but yeah, see what I mean? See, Gemini, these were real sinners. We talking about double centers. I don't know. And every year this man was carrying his team. You could say whenever they lost, a lot of the times when they lost, only time you could blame Shaq if he missed free throws. Now you can say if Shaquille O'Neal was a better free throw shooter, he would be higher in the ranking. Have no problem if you said that. If you said Shaquille O'Neal, if he was a better free throw shooter, he'd be higher in the rankings. I totally agree. He would be ahead of Wilt Chamberlain and probably right under Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Because as far as I'm concerned, the reason he's not going to be, it's going to be hard for centers to surpass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is because of the skill set. You're not going to get those numbers without that type of skill set. And also durability. Like Joel Embiid has the skill set, but not the durability. He'll never catch anything Kareem does. Never. And he has the benefit of the three ball. But there is never any time he will ever catch anything Kareem did. Wasn't I Johnny Ali? Didn't I tell y'all about OKC? 503 line was in our text talking about this Chris Paul nigga, man. He is. And I'm sitting there just nodding my head saying, see, that's what I mean when I call you niggas basketball novices. Because I've been screaming since last year to tell y'all put respect on Chris Paul's name. And Showtime and everybody, Chris Paul. Now you realize what Chris Paul brings. I'm gonna tell y'all. Let me tell y'all a quick display, quick joint. I got locked up. 96, 97 for possession. So I'm locked up for the week. And Duke was going to play Wake Forest. They had Duhon. Jay Williams had just left. They had Duhon. They had Dunleavy, I think. Y'all remember that team? And they played Wake Forest. I said, Chris Paul gonna fuck them up. Gemini. Remember when I said to somebody, shit, I think if Russell Westbrook played, the game would be easier for OKC because you got to factor in them Westbrook turnovers. Then I found out this morning nobody has a higher turnover average in NBA history when it comes to the playoffs than Russell Westbrook, Gemini. Did you know that? This nigga, he averages 4 turnovers a game. Nobody does this in the playoffs more than Russell Westbrook. And look, me and Jay Bars watching the game, right? Did y'all see in the first half when Westbrook does his patented, His patented run down the court faster than anybody and throw the ball out of bounds. That nigga ran down the court, jumped up, did a 360 and threw it behind his back out of bounds. And my son said, "What was that?" My son bust out laughing and said, "What'd he do that? Why he do that?" I said, "That's Russell Westbrook, son. He do that shit all the time." What up?
I know it was fucked up over here when I first got here, man.
Yeah, you see I got the sweeping out this bitch.
See, you fucked this joint up.
He said, "Nigga."
I was like, man, fuck, man, let me go out here, man. Make it look like I was out here about, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I came on stage, look, said, "Nigga." Yeah, man.
And everybody else that was out here with me,
This joint was tore up when I came up with this joint. I got to working. I said, "Man, fuck this. I'm going to stop, do me a video." And then, yeah, hell yeah.
Shit fucked up, bro.
Hell yeah. But y'all, holler at y'all later, man. You see I had to work. We're going to talk about this. But let me know what y'all think. Yeah, Jimmy dropped 40. We're going to talk about all that today. But y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Is Shaq an underachiever? LVZ, I'm out.